Okay, so you've built your website. The project is done. We did it. We got a cool brand. We got a website that's pretty. We talk about things in a way we're proud of. Now what? So now we got to think about what your website's going to look like in a year. What about in 5 years? Standing a website up and just waiting for it to all of a sudden pour traffic in right away, that's not going to happen. The website's going to take some time to get into the index. People are going to find it. People have to judge the content quality, have to take a look at how many people use you and what your social proof is on the site. And they're going to look up everywhere else you live online, which we'll talk a lot about here in a little bit. When you're building this site out, don't let things get too stale. At the beginning, we chose a tech stack that could be flexible. It's something easy you could work with and update all the time. When we talked about the MVP, we talked about, okay, we've got our base pages, but we're pretty excited about sleep. So what else do we want to put on the website? Over this next year, the first year of having this brand live and the website up, there are countless opportunities for you to find things to put on the site and continue to update. A great website evolves over time, not only to match the market, but also to match your business. So as you've got more patients coming in that are happy with their devices, start gathering in those testimonials, not only just driving them to external sources for testimonials like Google My Business or Facebook or anywhere else you can leave a review, but those important clients, the clients that love you the most, snag a quick video from them. People are very used to seeing cell phone style videos these days. TikTok and Snapchat, Instagram stories, they've made people pretty comfortable with taking video and seeing video that isn't professionally shot. So grab a quick testimonial video from one of your clients. You can do so much with this. You can add it to your social media sites. You can build entire case studies and patient stories on your website that not only touches on the fact that you did a great job for them, but you can really, with their permission, build a story around them that may connect with someone else that was in their same shoes. One of the most impactful stories we've ever had was a story of a couple that had slept separately for 5 years. They came into one of our clients and got treated, and all of a sudden they were back in the same bed. And that story is connected with tons of people and is one of the proudest stories our doctor has to tell to anyone. And so you're gonna have those opportunities over that first year to start building those narratives tied into all that brand work and website work that you've done, and you can start using that in multi-purpose ways. The other thing after your first year is the sleep apnea technology, the industry, the devices, everything will have changed. In 1 year, you're going to have all new things to talk about, new methods, new treatment statistics. All of those things can be added to the website and evolve with you and your business. Pull them into your website in a way that's easily digestible. You don't want to get too clinical and scare people off with big scary numbers or anything like that, but you can show that you're on the cutting edge, you're keeping up with the industry, and somebody that comes to you is not going to get outdated care or outdated equipment. One other piece that you'll have is external factors. So a year from now, Google may one day release the great big update. And that update may all of a sudden change everything. And those changes could mean you need a new structure to the back end of your website on the technical side. The way people talk about copy may need to be laid out completely differently, or they may value video now more than copy. You never really know what these external factors are going to do. You need to be consistently monitoring and keeping up to date with all of these external factors so you can keep up with everybody else. If your competitors are reacting to these changes issued by Google or Facebook or whomever it is, you want to make sure that you're being reactive as well and staying on the cutting edge. One other piece that's been very big in the news recently is HIPAA compliance, ADA compliance, and all those things. There are endless updates to compliance standards, new laws in your state, your local municipalities, or even at the federal level that may change the way that you have to present your data online. Making sure that everything in your pipeline stays compliant is defense number one against any sort of predatory other businesses or law firms or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on those things as well and helping your website evolve to those new standards. The final piece, and one of the things that we want to keep a close eye on, is site performance. So when we build the site out, we're going to add some analytics to the website. You'll be able to see how many people are coming into your site, how many people are exiting your site or making a conversion. We've got those big shiny calls to action on your website that are telling you, call now or click here. Well, a lot of times we may have missed the mark. It may be really great on paper, but not really great in practice. I know you might find this hard to believe, but we've been too funny sometimes, and we've had to scale it back a little bit, maybe talk a little bit more on the nose to the problem. On the other side of things, we've had some websites we built that read like a textbook because that was the brand that we wanted to build, but people didn't really react that well to it. We got a lot of traffic, we were performing well, and then it wasn't ending up in phone calls and ending up in conversions. And so using that data and that feedback loop to constantly be testing against new ideas and new approaches is something that you want to be focusing on either with your internal team or a marketing team. You'll also want to keep an eye on new competition entering your area. A year is a long time. And with the industry growing the way it is, there'll be new providers that come up in your area with new ideas and new ways to position things. So you'll want to constantly be looking back at that competitive research sprint, just doing simple Google searches or talking to providers that are referring you patients now and saying, like, hey, what's going on? You got any new people in the area? You'll want to keep an eye on those things because as things progress, you may need to progress as well. So keep in mind that a website's not done when you're done. You've just got a great base and something to build from. And so now we're going to talk a lot about building the rest of the ecosphere around that and how you can get the most out of this first time project and keep it growing in the future to keep your practice growing.